Hey, this is Sarah from Saki Media, and as you can see, I'm now moved to video rather than screenshots because there's so much in this section, and I'll be quite honest with you, taking a screenshot for every little click would take me about a week to write this post. Okay, you can see we've added in what type of form that we're doing, and we're now going to customize the form. So we've got in our dashboard part here unique impressions, conversion rate, and trigger. So at the moment it displays immediately on page load, and that's a little bit too much for me. So I'm going to change it, and you can see the options that I have: show after a certain period of time, show when the user scrolls to a specific part of the content, show when the user scrolls to a certain percentage of the way through the content, which is what I'm going to put it on for this one. Show when the user clicks an element, show when the user reaches the end of the content, and I'm going to say a percentage of the way down, and I'm going to say if they get to 65-70% of this, they're quite interested in what I have to say, so then it's appropriate for me to show them the pop-up, well actually the sliding in this case, and I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to choose display frequency. Now I'm going to change that to once every 3 days, and I can either use the dialer and dial it down, or I can just change the number and I'll say once every 2 days. Now if you set this to 0, the pop-up or the slide in, whatever you choose your form, will do what you request. And then I'm clicking save, and I can now position it. I can position it bottom right, or I'm actually going to say bottom left. I'm going to assume people read left to right, and if I have it on the right, I'm going to disrupt the reading experience more than what I'm potentially comfortable with. You can also have it top left, top right, but I'm going to go with the bottom left, and I'm going to save that. Okay, now to edit the form. I can edit the form by clicking on the pencil icon. I can clone the form for split testing, and I can reset the stats. So if I wish to set them every single month, then that's what I can do them. And of course I can archive this form and come back to it at another point. So let's click Edit Design. And if you've used the Thrive Content Builder plugin for landing pages, then this will be quite familiar to you. And you can see to the right of the screen you have the same things that you have on the Thrive Content Builder, and this is how we do. We'll just click each element and hope that your grammar checker doesn't say anything, and we can change. And I'm just going to change it to something very simple. Want to know what WP plugins are really useful? Question mark. Okay, and then I'm going to click away from that, and I'm going to come down to here. Weekly plugin updates, news, plugins for spam, security, and speed. And I'm writing this on the fly, so it may look a little different if you're watching this video in a few days' time, because I would have come back and edited what I've actually got here. Subscribe and discover what Okay, now I've got here just the email address, and then I've got a sign up and download. I'm going to click on that element here because I want to change it. I don't want it to say sign up and download. And what I can do is add in my autoresponder code. And did you see what I did there? Let me just close that. I clicked in the area where the opt-in box should go, where you put your email address and your sign up. I clicked in that general area and this popped up, and that's our lead generations opt-ins. And then I just have the option to add my raw HTML there. So I'm just going to scoot over to get response. I'm going to show the HTML code, and this is also what you will be asked for in Aweber or any of the other email marketing services out there. You can just grab the HTML code and then go back to your page and add it in, and then I click generate fields, and then I would want to say name and email. Now you can set up your forms so that they just capture the email address, and this increases the amount of people that opt in considerably. However, I like to personalize my marketing and my messages that go out to people, so I'm going to ask that they use their name as well as their email. And you can also validate this, and it will confirm that it's a correct email. So if somebody types in a typo on Gmail or puts co.uk and puts in an extra dot, this will flag up that there's an error in the email address. You can also choose icons, and I don't need to do that, so I'm just going to click save. And there we have it. I'm now going to find where I can edit here. I think that's my button, submit button. And I'm going to put subscribe now. And that's it, I'm done. And then I can close that, and you can see the element has changed to subscribe now. And I've got a default image here, and I can change that by clicking on it and swapping it out. I'm actually going to leave it there so you can see what comes with it, and then I'm going to click save changes. And the bottom left says we're all done, so I guess we're all done and we just need to preview. And I can't show you that. However, you should, by the time you scroll down this page, see that it's triggered. Now let's get back to doing what we need to do. I'm now back at my form, and I can go back to my dashboard, and everything will be there for me to be able to do and use this form to capture leads for me. And as you can see that I've now got edit there, and I'm going to turn these to no because I don't want them showing, and I'm just going to leave it exactly like that.